Hello. Back from the flea market. Picked up a set. Now I got this set now because Jared told me to. Now, Jared, you can write any kind of comment you want, but you're the one that said pick it up. I have one of these already, but I got another one because it was very reasonable. I got it for $1.10 over melt, and I got it for $625, and they're going for $850. But as you know, I never sell anything, so when I drop dead, I hope whoever gets it doesn't sell it for melt, but probably will. But first, before I show that, I'm a little crazy over the fact that here we have Republicans arguing that they want to increase, while we're finally talking to Iran, they want to increase the sanctions. What the hell more could they increase? We locked up all their international assets in every bank in the world. We're preventing them from exporting any oil except what they can sneak out. We've put we've got tens of thousands of kids, women, and children in the country that are getting ill and dying because we're not even allowing enough medical aid to get into this country. We have done every bidding of the Israelis. We are the pawns of the fucking Israelis, and they want us to they're going to force us to go in and bomb these people. These people have a right to the bomb. All right? Now, no one has said a thing, not a single person in the administration, about the 100 bombs that Israel has. Israel has enough bombing power to take out New York and every top city in this country, every top city in Europe, and still devastate all the oil fields in the Middle East. Israel has never failed to invade anybody, to kill anybody they want, to torture people, to imprison people, to make gulags, to make ghettos. They have never failed to be on the wrong side of justice. They were the only ones. The reason that we celebrate Mandela was because we would have had the end of apartheid years before had not the Israelis been the only country to sell South Africa weapons during apartheid. These people will do anything for a buck, and they will do anything to their neighbors that they feel. They will steal, they will murder, they will torture. These people have lost their right to exist in peace because they don't know the meaning of the term. Now, we are finally sitting down and talking. The Iraqis or the Iranians, they're not stupid people. Stupid people don't have the capability to build these bombs, even though we sanction and probably are in cahoots with the Israelis when they go in and kill off scientists. Could you imagine someone coming in this country and killing off our best scientists? They'd be obliterated. We go around the world. We have we have legally they can pick up the Americans by American law, which would never stand up in an international court. We can pick up anybody we want from anywhere in the world and grab them, right? Never tell anybody we have them. Take them to some godforsaken prison, torture them, waterboard them, do anything we damn well please. We had people that started out at 14 years old in Guantanamo charged with nothing. And we have tapes of George Bush and Cheney talking about the fact that they know most of the people in Guantanamo are totally innocent, but we leave them there. Then we get upset when we do release a few and they turn out and they turn against us again. Well, who wouldn't? If you were put in thrown in jail and no one knew you were there, and then released 7, 8 years later after being waterboarded and tortured and humiliated, how would you feel? Would you say, "Oh well, we're even now. I'm back free"? Well, hell no. You do what you could to get back at these people, and we still have Guantanamo Bay, which is a wart on our goddamn nose, and we won't face the fact it's there. We as Americans got to get used to the fact that we can't condemn the world for every little act they do and do worse ourselves, or have the CIA hire somebody to do it. This is criminal activity, and wish Obama or someone would have the balls to stand up to the Israelis and say, no, we are not going to bomb anybody for you, and we're not going to let you just go willy-nilly around the world bombing whoever you damn well pleased. If anybody else did it, we'd have military intervention in that country. And we say, oh well, Rocky, but it's about oil. Listen, people have oil. They can't eat it. They can't drink it. They can't wear it. What can they do with it? Sell it. So they're going to sell it to who? Whoever pays the most. So regardless of who owns the oil, whether it's Russia, whether it's Saudi Arabia, whether it's Venezuela, no matter who owns the oil, it's going to be sold on the open market and we can buy it. So why should we spend $500 billion a year on an army and a navy because we're worried about oil? That oil would come here because we would have extra money to buy it with. Now instead, we allow the Chinese to manufacture everything, and then our Navy protects the Straits of Malacca so that the Saudi oil can go through the straits without pirates interfering with them and go to Chinese ports for the Chinese to use. How asinine are we? All right, now let's get back. Enough of that. Oh, there's never enough of it. But let's get back to this silver thing. Now, I was talking to Jared about it. I asked him what the percentage silver was. He says these are sterling. They were put out for the 1976 Olympics in Montreal, I guess. And I'll give you a quick look at them because you've seen them before. But I picked this up, as I said. Oh, I was lucky today. I sold another ring that was my mother's for $150. And the Dallas is losing. Ha ha. Well, anyway. So I sold another ring, and I sold that pin. Some guy offered me $100 for it. He had just bought some stuff off of Dave, so he didn't have the money. He's coming back next week. The pin from the Manhattan Project that I showed you yesterday. So that's sold. And I sold a couple other little things. So I'm happy. But then I bought this. Now these were issued as $5 and $10 coin for Canada. But these here are the complete set in sterling, and I must say that I get the feeling that they were really never out of this box. These, and again, had Tom not rescued them, these would have been melted. Somebody flipped that one over. It must be one of the ones Tom weighed. These would have been melted down for the silver content in them. Now, how crazy is that? I just wish you all had a flea market so none of this stuff would ever get melted. Every time I take 50 ounces or so off the market because I'm not letting it be melted, that, no matter how insignificant that is, it's 50 ounces that they have to mine somewhere to equal out the system because, as everybody knows, I buy, but I don't sell. So if more people would stack and hang on to it, take that out of circulation, it would prevent coins or medallions like these. Well, these are coins. Would prevent coins like these from being melted and put back into the system. We want to keep as much silver out of the system as possible because we are overdue for a rise in silver.